Oh God.
Finland, Darude. Darude, as you know, released his third and final entry yesterday. And that means we have the full lineup. 3 songs will battle it out by Darude featuring Sebastian Rejman. And one of
Mhm.
them is going to go to Eurovision. It'll be up to the Finnish public as well as the juries. But what we want to focus on right now, for the most part, is Look Away, which is the third song that has
Yeah.
been released. So, Roy, you listen to the song. What do you
Mm.
think?
It's like he's telling a story by the names of his songs. The first song is Release Me, so he released his first song. Then he wants to be the Superman of the show. And then everybody just kind of looks away and be like, well, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Mm.
Um, I do still think that Look Away is probably the best out of the three, but I expected so much more from Darude. And I myself are really just quite disappointed with it. Um, and they all just sound quite similar to each other as well. So
Yeah, I can
yeah.
see there was some of them blend in a little bit more. So
Mm.
I definitely see that. Out of all the 3 I listened to, when I listened to Look Away though yesterday, and this is objective, right?
Hmm.
I thought this will definitely be the best choice and will have the
Yeah,
biggest impact. On
me too.
keep in mind, and there are good parts to it. It's not a bad song.
Hmm.
I know that people think, what Darude is capable of and stuff, but I like it in that sense. Like, it starts so slow, and after the first minute just keep building and building and building and building, gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're like, oh my god, I get a little bit more excited. They're building it up, and it's just, I love the build of the song, and then it kicks in a little bit more. It should have been a little bit more faster, I think, the beat. That would have been even better, but I think this one definitely is melodically the most memorable one. The other melodies just kind of are a little bit on the forgettable side, while this one has a better hook. And I feel
Yeah.
as it just as an overall package, Look Away is definitely the one to beat. I just really see that this has the biggest mass appeal, and it's just the most memorable piece. And again, I'm just pleading to the Finnish people, pick this. If you want
Hmm.
to have more success at Eurovision, if you want to qualify, I think this is the way to go. Or
Yeah.
let me ask you. So you also said, out of the 3 that we have, which are Release Me, Superman, and Look Away,
Hmm.
subjectively and objectively, do you say Look Away is the best choice?
Yeah. Yeah, I totally think so. I think I can envision that one on a stage the most, on a Eurovision stage. Like all of them can be just played in a club and on a set from his.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Look Away will probably be the best choice for Eurovision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. Okay, so he's saying, I don't want to say much since we haven't seen the live performances, Tasha
Hmm.
Lou is saying, but I think this format needs to be scrapped for next year. I completely agree. I know they did it with Sarah Alto, and they barely qualified, right? And they're thinking, well, let's try this again. They want to get a name in, but I don't know if it's that effective and it's that exciting. There was very little interest this year by the fans with the song selection. I know
Hmm.
Sarah Alto had the big hype around her, behind her. We don't have that with Darude right now. I just don't know this is really working. And the thing what I didn't like last year is also she had her performances and then she completely scrapped it anyway and did something else. So it can be very misleading. So I wish they would change the national final format. What do you think?
I'm not sure if they should change it immediately. I was really hoping that they would send a very cool metal band from Finland. Nice, that's Dutch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are a lot of cool metal bands in Finland, and I think with such a thing, they could really push forward something unique and something metal, or maybe even folk metal. Um, but I think Darude is not really someone you should really pick for this. I feel like all of these 3 songs are a little bit dated. They kind of belong a few years back. Back then I probably really liked the songs, but
Yeah.
yeah.
EM Frem is saying, I'm happy with the root songs. It's dance without being too much and turn people away. A heavy song like Sandstorm would be way too much for ESC. And that is a very valid point, and I agree with it.
Mm,
He shouldn't have sent anything that is close to Sandstorm. It's too
mm,
fast, it's too techno. It wouldn't work there.
yeah.
Plus, there are no lyrics anyway, right? You need to have some lyrics. But even if you create a
Mm,
similar song with lyrics, I don't think it would work on the Eurovision. It would work for some, but I think from a TV entertainment perspective and just it just wouldn't work. So I understand why they went with something less boop, 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 but a little bit more melodic. Um, it's definitely not. I don't necessarily think that it's tough when you send a DJ to Eurovision who usually does just a the little thing there, and Eurovision is such a different animal. So I'm always people compare it always to like what happened last year with Poland, and you cannot help but compare it a little bit with Light Me Up. Not the same style of music, but it's still the kind of setup. So I'm a little worried about that, but
Yeah.
I'm still hoping that they're going to send Look Away. This is the ESC United suggestion for Finland.
Yeah. And don't you dare change it.
Exactly. We're right, you're wrong. Unless you agree with that, then you're right as well.